The date is January 14th, 2026. We are weeks away from the Super Bowl, the biggest sporting event in the United States. The National Football League is currently flexing its muscles. They are reminding everyone that in America, football is religion. There is a shadow looming over the shield this year. Means a shadow cast by a man who stands 5 feet 7 inches tall for decades. American sports fans have believed a lie. They believed that the NFL superstars were the biggest athletes on the planet. They believed that Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow were the kings of the sports world. But in 2026, that illusion is about to be shattered. When Lionel Messi stepped onto American soil, he did not just bring his talent. He brought an economy. He brought a following of 1.2 billion people across the globe. That number is not a typo. 1.2 billion eyes. To put that into perspective, the Super Bowl gets 120 million viewers. Lionel Messi has more people following his personal Instagram account than the entire population of the United States of America. Patrick Mahomes can walk down the street in Tokyo or Mumbai, and nobody will know who he is. If Lionel Messi walks down that same street, it causes a riot. This is not a video about who is the better athlete. You cannot compare soccer and American football. This is a video about business. It is a video about fame, and it is a video about the terrifying financial exposure sitting underneath the biggest names in sports. In the NFL, the players are employees. They have a salary cap. They have a boss. Lionel Messi is not an employee. He is a partner. He gets a cut of the television revenue. He gets a cut of the jersey sales. He is not paid to play a game. He is paid to build an empire. And this year, these two worlds collide. The World Cup is coming to American stadiums. And the NFL is about to find out what happens when a national hero goes to war against a global god. We are about to expose the difference between being rich and being powerful. Welcome to the Battle of the Giants. This is the $1.2 billion truth. To understand this battle, you have to understand the battlefield, The NFL is a domestic behemoth. It owns Sunday. It owns Thanksgiving. It owns the American cultural conversation. When Patrick Mahomes walks down the street in Kansas City or Dallas or New York, he is stopped by everyone. He is a god in this country. But drop Patrick Mahomes in the middle of Tokyo or Mumbai, or Cairo, and 70% of the people walking past him would have no idea who he is. Now take Lionel Messi. You can drop him in any village, in any country, on any continent on Earth, and he will cause a riot within 5 minutes. The NFL is a $14 billion a year business that is intensely focused on one country. Lionel Messi is a walking economy that transcends borders. His Instagram following alone is larger than the population of the United States. This is the fundamental difference that American sports fans struggle to understand. The NFL superstar is famous because of the shield. The league makes the player, but Lionel Messi is famous in spite of the league. He is bigger than the club he plays for. He is bigger than the league he plays in. When Inter Miami plays a preseason game in Hong Kong, the stadium sells out in 10 minutes. Not because they love Major League Soccer, because they want to see the king. The NFL has spent decades trying to expand globally. They play games in London and Germany. Messi does not need to try. He is the globe. But fame is just vanity. Let us talk about the money, because this is where the real exposure lies. And this is where the NFL superstars are actually in shackles. to be in the National Football League, there is a salary cap. It does not matter if you are the greatest quarterback in history. There is a limit to how much your team can pay you. The owners have rigged the system to ensure they keep the majority of the profits. Patrick Mahomes signed a contract worth nearly $500 million. It sounds like a lot of money, and it is, but he is an employee. He works for the Kansas City Chiefs. Lionel Messi is not an employee. He is a partner. When Messi came to America, he did not just sign a salary contract. He signed revenue sharing agreements. He gets a cut of every single new subscription to the MLS season pass on Apple TV. He gets a cut of the jersey sales from Adidas. He is not paid to play a game. He is paid to build an empire. His financial exposure is tied directly to the success of the entire league business model. If the NFL has a bad year of ratings, Patrick Mahomes still gets paid his guarantee. If the MLS has a bad year of subscriptions, Messi loses millions. This is why the pressure on him in 2026 is unlike anything an NFL player faces. He is carrying the valuation of Apple Sports division on his back. He is carrying the stock price of Adidas. When an NFL superstar throws an interception, his team loses a game. When Lionel Messi has a bad month, billion-dollar corporations have to revise their quarterly earnings reports. That is a level of pressure that does not exist in American football. And all of this tension comes to a head right now, this year, 2026. For the first time in history, the NFL is about to be landlords in their own house. This summer, the World Cup is coming to America, the biggest sporting event in human history. And where are those games being played? They are being played in NFL stadiums, MetLife Stadium in New York, SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, AT&T Stadium in Dallas. Cathedrals of American football are being rented out to the god of soccer. This is a symbolic invasion. For one summer, the NFL has to step aside and let the rest of the world in. And leading that invasion is Lionel Messi in his final World Cup, trying to defend his title on enemy territory. NFL superstars will be sitting at home, watching their stadiums being filled by fans, waving Argentine flags. It is a humbling moment for the biggest sports league in America. It is a reminder that while football might be king in the United States, soccer is the emperor of the world. The NFL is terrified that young Americans will watch this World Cup, fall in love with the passion and the global scale, and drift away from the gridiron. So who wins this battle? The NFL superstar with the might of the American machine behind him, or the global icon with 1.2 billion followers? The truth is, the landscape is changing. The internet has erased borders. The next generation of fans does not care where a sport is played. They only care about the star. The NFL is powerful. It is rich. And it is American. But Lionel Messi is used. 2026 is the year we find out if the American shield is strong enough to withstand the global tidal wave. Thanks for watching. If you want to understand the business war behind these sports, check out our video on Apple versus Amazon right here. And if you want to see the brutal schedule Messi is facing this year, click right here. I will see you in the next one.